Okay. Hi. Hi, Virgo. It's your turn. It's your turn today. And excuse me for the get up. I just finished working out at the gym and I felt really compelled to get this message to you. So it's a bit sporadic. Normally my messages come out at the nighttime in the US, which is the nighttime, around lunch in the US, and which is normally around nighttime where I live in Europe. So, look, Virgo, there have been a lot of energies, even at the gym, that I felt buzzing around you. I'm not going to talk about those energies until we get right into the reading, but I do want to let you know that we are going to do another long form reading for you guys. A lot of people have given me really great feedback about it. And I have been reading a lot about tarot, and someone gifted me this tarot book from 1973. And it's How to Fortune Tell Your Future in the Cards by Kathleen McCormick. And I am currently working through all of your signs, and I'm doing what is called the Bohemian Method. And so we'll be doing this reading here, where I go from all your home influences all the way into luck, okay? Now, if you guys have any time, you might want to take a look at the Libra reading, which was quite interesting yesterday. And you might want to take a look at the Capricorn reading, just to let you see the energies that come out of this spread, okay? So that's my announcements. Now I can do the intro. All right. Welcome to Deploy Underground Tarot. I'm T, and you are welcome here. For my Deploy heads, you guys know what's up. Some of you guys are joining that WhatsApp group that's underground, so you can see what else is happening here. But for my Deploy heads, thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing the channel, and adding yourself and inviting yourself to the WhatsApp group. You know, you see a lot more what's going on in the Deploy space than just tarot, right? You'll see a lot of other things that are happening. Quite exciting things that are happening with the brand. Anyway, so I'm going to take a sip of coffee because this is my third coffee. Okay, this is my third coffee of the day. And I found this really, really good Italian coffee from the supermarket here. And it's really tasty. Anyway, who cares about that? So I would like to cleanse the cards and get into this reading for you. Super excited for you. Excuse the lighting and excuse the sound. You may hear me. I may have to open the window because it's getting hot here in Europe. So I may open the window and you may hear things from outside, just to keep the fan off because the fan is so loud. It's super loud. All right. So here we go. Let's go ahead and cleanse the cards and we'll get into the reading here. Virgo, my favorite sign. Virgo. Bohemian Method reading for Virgo. Bohemian Method reading for Virgo. Virgo. All right, so I brought the Big Mama. The Big Mama deck is put away. For those of you guys who do watch the channel, I put it away. It looks like my camera's not very clean. Hold on one second. I know this is not professional, but I'm not that professional, actually. I'm actually quite normal dude. So, look, I even threw off the scale of the... Okay? Yeah. And I'll open the window, too. Welcome to my house. I'm going to open the window, too, so it doesn't get too stuffy. But it's getting hot. It's getting hot. It's getting hot. All right? There you go. Okay? So, we're back to normal. Now you can hear the birds chirping. They're probably killing everything in the garden because I moved a lot of stuff around yesterday. So let's get started. I brought out the Rider-Waite Tarot deck for the body of it. And then we're going to take maybe one or two clarifiers, if we need, from the Light Seers deck, okay? So that's where we'll go. If we need to clarify, I have the French tarot deck here to clarify more. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's see what Yaya has for you. Okay, and I'm keeping this as a form of reference because it's a new reading for me. So I'm going to keep it as a form of reference just in case, you know. So here we go. Yaya, please provide a Bohemian Method reading. Whoa! For Virgo. No shock there. A lot of the Virgos I know have experienced some supreme shifts in justice there. Ooh, victory. Ooh, victory. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, it's coming out. I mean, you're coming out straight out of the gate with some supremely shifting energies here. Like, supremely shifting energies. Ultimate desires. Okay, we'll go through it. I'll let you know. I'm just gonna get the card. I'm gonna get the cards out first. Very powerful beginning here. Look, okay. It isn't just a change of pattern, it's a completely new path that was completely triggered by something, completely. Yeah, okay. Yeah, at the bottom, expansion. All of this is coming to you as a form of expansion, okay? It may not necessarily feel like it. It may not necessarily feel like it at home. It may not necessarily feel like it in your friendship and relationships, but it's all expanding on purpose, okay? It's all expanding on purpose. You have to trust it. And a little bit of this is like, maybe you need to have a little Virgo moment where if the Hermit card comes out in this, you need to silence your space, or the Four of Swords. I think there may be something where there was a trigger, but this is all coming from some form of expansion, okay? The Three of Wands. All right? So, let's see here. Wow, you got quite a situation here. But it's not... Okay, oop. I'm going to take one more on that. So you're moving away from something. I'll take that. Give me one more since it's the Sun. I need to know that opposing energy. What is the opposing energy? Look. Look at that. I mean, it kind of fell out. And I said, okay, I'll take it. There's that Hermit energy. And the Four of Pentacles energy. Okay, whatever you're holding on to, Virgo, it is important for you to understand that if that was what was cut, this stubborn energy, I'm not saying it's you, it might be the influences of someone else, but if that's what was cut, I really want you to take a second and just reflect. Find your light, okay? Find the new light, because there are some burdens that are being released here, but it's only being released through some deep introspection, okay? You're so good because you have this Justice and this Chariot energy that is really pushing you to speak about something that has brought you a lot of pressure, anxiety. It could be a form of shame. It could be for someone else. Someone feels that way about you. But this will also bring in an area of healing for you. Okay? So just know, as we move through this reading, because we're going to get into it. As we move through this reading, it is important for you to know that you as a Virgo, you automatically process so much energy. And And the way you process it is in a form of perfection, huh? So really, the way that you are able to shift and move energies is absolutely incredible, okay? However, I do want to let you know that, let's go ahead, let's get started. With the Tower in your home influences, okay? That first placement is your home influences. I really want you to see what has left, what has been just kind of catapulted out of your life. Catapulted, like just gone, disappeared, burned, crashed, changed in some revolutionary sense too, okay? Changed in some revolutionary sense. It was a way of you clearing out that which influences you in your home in a negative way or pattern, I'm hearing, right? And the truth about it is that in a way you wanted this situation, whoa, how did that happen? Oh, you wanted this situation to balance itself. Give me 3. Hold on, we're gonna do 3. You wanted that situation to balance yourself. We'll figure out what this is. We'll figure out what is that situation. One more, please. One more. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it came out like this. Look, we got to talk. We got to talk because you got something really amazing here. If this was about getting someone out of your house, if this was about getting a certain energy out of your house, if this is about even motherly energy, coming and have a chat with your child or your family member, just unacceptable behavior maybe you had to cut down on, that was entering your home. Entering your home. And by home, that could be in the metaphorical sense as well. That this was something that your soul being your home entered your soul. And you're like, no, actually, I'm going to cut that out completely. And the good thing is the way you cut it out, see, the Tower, that's like a new beginning, right? That's like a new beginning, this Tower. I like to say Tower, transformation. Death, transformation. Death card, transformation. Even Justice, transformation. Okay? But this is telling me that you had to do it to rebalance your journey, your situation. Now, it's in the area of the home influences. Okay? And I do want to let you know that what you did, if you felt bad about what you did, don't. It was something you had to do to balance out your own life. Hey, if they brought that to your house, whoever they are, or whatever energy came into that space in your soul where you're like, nah, that's not cool, that is probably the best way to react to it. And maybe that's why in the next space we're seeing that in their present desires, we're seeing that need for justice. We're seeing that need for égalité, that's French, equal response, a transference of energy. Like, hey, if you push in that way, of course it's going to come back to you. And the one thing you should know, Virgo, and we all know this about you guys, is that you're so on point that on point is on point. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, you already knew that this situation was going to go down like that, but still, your Virgo heart You know, a lot of people say Virgos are so just in their space, and they really discard the fact that right across from Virgo is Pisces. Probably the most sympathetic of all signs, right? I would say empathetic is more of a Scorpio thing. Sympathy is more of a Pisces thing. And a lot of people forget that about Virgos, that even though you might be reading and researching your life, that you still have a deeply profound love and respect for yourself and for those you care about. Okay? And I'm hearing joy. I'm hearing the pure joy of knowing that this justice this is in the placement of your present desires and concerns. Look, when the Libra energy comes in its highest form, this is the highest form of Libra energy. Highest. Okay? When it comes in like that, Virgo, there is no need for sulking. Okay? There's no need for feeling like what you did in this situation was inappropriate. You probably were protecting your own space, Virgo. Now, if this has to do with your, I'm hearing like children, family, you know, children, family situation. Hey, this is my house. That's probably what you, this is my house. This is my soul. This is my life. And that's beautiful. Because you came into a space in which justice was served in a way in which it was like, hey, I need you to understand a few things about me. And this is one thing about Virgos, once they tell you, oops, fulfillment, and I grabbed the wrong deck. Emotional fulfillment. One thing about Virgos, when they tell you, when they finally tell you, man, you better just do what they say, or else you're going to feel the breeze. All right, let's see here. Yeah, clarity. 3 of Swords situation. And the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, it did not make you feel good to do that. You know, it did not make you feel good to have to do that. Whatever you did, because you know you probably said some truths that you've probably been holding on for a long time to say. It did not make you feel good to do that. It probably even felt like another person with that third party situation. You know, felt like a whole new identity approaching. But I have a few friends who are new parents. I'll share this. And I have a few friends who are new grandparents too. And one thing that I've noticed about them is that they're still the same people before, but there is a new persona, this third secondary persona that is developed in order to maintain stability within their relationships. And I think that relationships with their kids, relationship with their grandkids, everyone interacts in a different play, in a different form, depending on who, whom, and where, right? So I feel like the clarity about this is just giving you an ability that you can feel upset about what you said or what you did. I'm not sure if you said anything. It seems like you just cut something out, right? It seems like you just cut something out with that Judgment card. The 3 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. It's almost like you cut something out and it made you feel a little bit... It didn't make you feel your best to have to do that. But it's like my mother used to say. Like, literally, I don't want to have to discipline you, but it's my job to make sure you don't go out and kill yourself, you know? And make sure you don't go out and run in front of a car, put your fingers in the electricity socket. Okay, like this is kind of the role. And it's like, if this is coming from a place in which people are pushing back on that, then good luck, especially if it's the workplace. Good luck. Good luck trying to prove something to a Virgo in the workplace, that you may as well just say yes sir, yes ma'am, because Virgo's already got it planned. And I feel like that's probably what came through, is you had it planned. You know? You had it completely planned out. Right? But that might be the victory. That might be the victory we're seeing here in the Chariot situation here. That might be the upheaval, the moving towards something new that we're seeing in your friendships and romance area, the Chariot. The Chariot is coming through. Friendships and romance. I think you may have seen people in a different light throughout this. I think you may have even discovered that people see you and support you. Okay, I'm going to guess before we get the cards out. You tell me. You tell me. Put it in the comment section. What was that victory after this upheaval and need for justice? You know what I'm saying? What happened? Friendships and romance. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Your friends are often the ones. Here goes the Tower again. This was a friendship. Yep. Now, this just shifted the reading a bit. You went, it's almost like you were carrying the burdens of someone else. And it was time for you to move into an emotional powerhouse and not balance and take and protect and care for others. It's almost like, let's say you have a child who's a troubled child, right? And you reach your limit of fatherhood or motherhood, love. You reach your limit. You're like, that is enough of your stuff. Or if you're at work, that is enough of this employee adding trouble to the workflow. You reached your end of carrying that burden. And part of me says, in the friendship and romance area, let's be specific here, that you discover something that you've been carrying for a long time. You know, I could even read this as like coming out of the closet type situation. Like you discover that you prefer the same sex. Or if you're gay or lesbian, you prefer the opposite sex. Like you just discover something that you've been carrying for a long time. And there is some kind of, if we're looking at that, there's some kind of friendship that comes through to kind of enlighten and release those burdens. If we're looking at the Ten of Swords energy, the Ten of Wands energy, the Tower again. See that Tower in the middle there? And the most romancing of all kings, the King of Cups. It's almost like you realize, okay, this could be a total like coming out of the closet story. You know? It's almost like you realize that you coming out. You're finally discovering something about yourself as well, to restore balance in your house, to restore balance in your soul, to give justice to the rest of your life and victory in the rest of your life. Coming out. It's your coming out. And the reason why, wow, this just every time, right around the friendship and romance area, it always takes a shift with this reading. Because it starts off with your home influences and your present desires, and then it enters some other personalities, specifically around friendship and love and romance. And this could be an air sign that you are currently like, holy cow, I'm like, you're changing your energy, or though it's changing the way you're speaking. Your ultimate desire as well could be an air sign coming out for an air sign. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But it also can symbolize you just speaking your truth. With that feminine energy, I'm telling you, you want to talk to somebody who's very direct, but you can feel the compassion and love and the feminine energy of that directness. That's the Queen of Swords, right? What is this about? Because it's like, now this makes sense. You know, you look at the center of it, the Ten of Wands energy, the Hermit, you, and the Sun at the center. We'll get to that. But it's like you're coming out. Coming out of something. Some of you may have children and now you're able to, you know, come out and do things you want to do. You know? Grandchildren, now you're able to come out and do things you want to do. I want to stick to that. Or, you know, coming out. Coming out. I was once a gay, now I'm straight. I was once straight, now I'm gay, you know? Or, you know, coming out. I'm trans, I'm this, you know, this type of situation where you're being freed. Let's see what this, wow, this just took a whole new turn. New chapter, just fell on the ground. Everybody's getting that card. Everybody's moving into a new chapter. Okay, yeah. All right, 1 second, guys. I'm just going to grab it from the ground here. Lovers. Nope. 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 Nope, not Lovers. It's actually the card of Capricorn. You're putting some thought into this process. You're putting some thought into what is about to come. Your present ultimate desire, because this is your ultimate place of desire. Ultimate desire. Let me think about that. Because you're putting something around preparing. Maybe you're preparing a speech. Are you preparing to say something? Preparing to come out? Preparing to finally show yourself? Preparing to start this new chapter, but in a different form? Because that Devil card, in the middle here, the Devil card, that's the card of Capricorn. Capricorn is my favorite because it's about organization, structure. I love this. I love this. I mean, I'm kind of an organizational freak. I love my things in order. Okay? And Capricorn is very much that goat that's moving up the hill nonstop. It's going to reach its goal. And, you know, with that the fast-moving energy of the Knight of Swords. Fast-moving energy. It's like you're running to say, this is who I am. It's like you're running to say and open up about the burdens that you've released. About this new chapter that you have begun. And there's a lot of luck involved in the way that this situation happened. But it's like you're putting organization, structure around how you're going to move forward with it. You could be running to someone that you probably loved for many years, huh? They didn't know that about you. You may be showing up, you may catch somebody totally off guard. They'd be like, I didn't even know you were gay. Or I didn't even know you were straight. Or I didn't even know you liked me, you know? But you had a reality check. It's something you felt for a long time. I'm sorry, it just took a deepening into why your house is changing. Now, it may not be about relationships. This could be about, you know, you're just opening up to understand yourself deeper. Right? Oof. Let's go. The rest of this is quite interesting, okay? Now, in the fifth placement, unexpected help or hindrance, it's almost like I want to move closer to the hindrance side of this. Two of Swords. It's like, how do you explain this now? If some of you guys are coming out and you're with someone, how do you explain this to your partner? The hindrance is that maybe you're mostly into your anxiety, you're into your worries, you're just so thinking it over, like mulling it over. But I want to say it's actually a beautiful thing that's happening here, because even in the Nine of Swords energy, there is an awakening that's happening there. You know? People often say this card, oh, it's anxiety, it's sleepless nights. Yeah, but actually, there's an awakening coming in there. That means the subconscious is finally pushing it through to consciousness, you know? We have to look at this hindrance as something that may be helping you move forward, Virgo. Oof, I love you, Virgos. Hey, can I just let you guys know? I just want to let you know, if you've gotten this far in the video, that my first video to reach like 6,000 views was a Virgo video. It's because all of you guys shared my video with all of your smart networking spaces, and you supported me. You guys were the first sign to get me like numbers I never had before. And the reason why is that you guys do have the power to still move in a space in which you may be feeling completely burdened by, but you still help others. And that's the, hold on, let's see, because the thing is, like, it's almost like you're awakening to some deep, profound healing, emotional healing. Nine. It's like your path. This had to happen. It had to happen, Virgo. Yeah. Look at that. And at the bottom, the valet. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yikes. Okay? You got that Nine of Cups here, where my finger is. In the middle, you got the Ace of Wands. I love this card. Look how beautiful that is. Right? C'est joli là. And then we have the wheat. The wheat. I'm reading it in French. We have the Eight of Swords. Look, all of this will be soon over, okay? All of this anxiety will be soon over. Even the Eight of Swords, you know, this person could easily just take off the blinders. Okay? Go through that mountain. Go see what they need to see. Go on their journey. You're being downgraded too by the Eight of Swords over here, though. See it? From Nine of Swords. It's not easy to have a grand, like a huge revelation about yourself. It takes process and time, but you do have a new beginning in the middle of that. If you can focus on your new beginning, I hope this is resonating with you. If you can focus on your new beginning, it's really going to bring all that mind energy, that mind chatter, to balance. Yeah, it's just not so easy with this shift. I understand. But it's shifting, okay? It's shifting. If I can help you in anything, and that is just to let you know it's shifting. And the way that it's shifting in the immediate is, and everyone's getting this card in the immediate placement, is Temperance. There is some profound healing coming through for you. It's probably why the Sun has come through in this reading. I do want to say that in this healing, you may need to retreat. I will laugh if the clarity card is the Hermit card. I feel inclined to let you know that you may need to retreat in order to get the best fruits of this this coming out. This coming out. Okay. He's pretty slow. He's slow. Okay, you got the Knight of Cups. We're going to take 2 more here. Okay, you got the Queen of Wands. What does that mean? Give me 1 more. I'm confused. Ten of Swords at the bottom. Étoile. Okay, that makes sense. All right. I was like, where is that going? Look. You're changing. And you know it. It's not easy for a Virgo to change because you guys have your own ways of doing it. And you plan your changes. And yes, this might have been an unexpected change. But it's a change that's going to be deeply fulfilling. Kind of like a jacuzzi, you know. I see this water and this fire sign next to each other. And then the étoile. It's almost like you are soaking. Okay? Just sulk, but don't sulk in that negativity. Sulk in the opportunity of newness. That's that star card here. You see it? That's Aquarius energy saying, yeah, well, that happened, but I can still create from it. I can still continue, build a new identity, build a new home, build a new structure. I can have hope in this as well with that with the Knight over here, if you see here, with the Knight of Cups energy. And then touching that in the middle, you got the Queen of Wands. Embrace that. Maybe your creativity is going to come back through this and you're going to write some music or do something creative. Start playing music again, start dancing, start singing, this type of thing to get it out. Because this is all clarifying your healing. Okay? Now, I do have to let you know, I keep saying to go back and reflect, but I have not seen the Hermit card yet come out in the clarifiers. It's here. Okay? Your overall. But I have not seen it in the process of healing. So I want to take back what I said. It looks like you need to get active. Maybe you can go back and get quiet like a hermit. But you have to get active as well, okay? Oh, Virgo. So beautiful to see the transition and that you didn't just accept it this time. You were like, no, actually, not going down like that. I love when a Virgo does that. Some of the most powerful artists, actors, some of my favorite comedians like Leslie Jones, I love this lady, she's amazing, are Virgos, you know? Are Virgos. Because they can handle a large amount of pressure, structure, and still create within it. It's crazy. So your luck coming through, I'm telling you, it's like coming out. But you find something. You find stability in yourself. I mean, the best way to say it is your earth sign, so that watery energy is just like the ocean pushing up against a mountain here. It's symbiosis, right? And this King of Cups energy in your luck is saying what you discovered is emotional fulfillment. Not only for yourself, but for others. But really a deepening, like a profound... If this is coming out, guys, congratulations. You truly found yourself. Another part of yourself. It's forever growing. If this is about family and putting the stop to some abusive behavior, or children and putting the stop to abusive actions that they may have on their parents, or just a general discovery of who you are and a deepening of that, I want to say that this King of Cups in your luck is going to bring you more than luck. it's going to bring you something deeply profound and loving. Yeah. Just the true sense in that, Virgo, I want to let you know that taking that risk really shifted you into a new world. Hold on one second. My computer keeps going off, and I want to make sure that the video didn't stop. Okay? Yeah, here we go. The Chariot's back, and it's saying, continue to the end. The Hierophant's at the bottom. Give me one more. 1 second here. It's almost like you're starting over from the beginning, but you're happy. That's your luck. Yep, and the Four of Pentacles. You still have a piece of you that's there. It's there. It's just that you're starting fresh on this new victory. Remember that the Chariot was here. And I want to say that was in your romance and friends area. You're taking a risk. It really is telling me like coming out. Like you found somebody and they kind of shifted your world maybe. Or you've always had something for someone, but you just didn't know how to say it. Right? You just didn't know how to say it. But the truth is that now you're willing to take the risk because you're emotionally fulfilled with this. See this King of Cups here? You're emotionally fulfilled. Now, my favorite part is actually looking at the overall summary, and I hope that's touched you in some way. If so, please put a comment in the comment section and share it too. I'm trying to get out there. But I do want to let you know that the burdens that you have released, okay, because we've already done this circle here, the burdens that you have released will push you into a new shield of protection for you. Material wealth, enlightenment. Finding that enlightenment, actually, is the way that I read this. Finding that enlightenment. Like you went searching for that, actually. Some of you might have had huge spiritual breakthroughs. Huge. Just taking the risk to take your burdens and go on with them. Now your burdens, I feel, are no longer there. Okay? Let's see. Oh, Three of Cups. Yep. Oh, let's see what we got. Yep. Yep. Take it step by step here, okay? I hope this reading really got into whatever you're processing. Take it step by step. Be kind to yourself. Get out. Hang out with people, okay? That Three of Cups is saying go celebrate. And growth. Six of Cups. It will grow. You may have found something that you feel stable with. Here's the Queen of Pentacles. Stable. I know it's an adjustment. I know you've moved into a stronger space. I know that you've had to make some difficult decisions. However, trust that whatever happened here really played a role into you becoming stronger, coming out and being open about who you are and what you are. And that is going to add some form of foundation and concrete underneath it. Ooh, Virgo. Man. So that's what I got for you this month. Thank you so much for watching the channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, please. And I will see you next month. Take care. Bye-bye.